everyone just needs to listen to someone who genuinely knows what they're talking about. And I would love to use my platform in that way. And so I'm going to invite Kenidra in here now. Yeah, just please listen to her. Please hear her out for me. Everyone in here, for me, please. Hey! All right, Kenidra, I'm gonna hand this all over to you. Everyone who's watching and in this chat, please be kind. You know, I don't know how many people in here are. I'm gonna leave this to you, Kenidra. Thank you for doing this.
Do you have any questions? Like, do you have any questions that I can to get me started at least?
Why don't you talk about how long you've been doing this? And
okay, so I've been doing it since I was 13 years old, and what initially started it was when Mike Brown was murdered by Darren Wilson, and I literally saw his body in the street. It was like in my neighborhood, and it struck something in me because I was like, this is not how people are supposed to be treated, human beings. And I noticed it's always Black people who oh my God,
I made this sign.
But I saw like how Black people were treated, and it just wasn't okay, you know. And the fact that his body was laying in the street for 4.5 hours is just it struck something in me like, this is not right. I have to do something about it. So I took the initiative to stand up and do something about it, because who else would have? The people in my life, they were like, okay, this don't have nothing to do with, at the time they were like, this don't have nothing to do with me. So like, this not my people. So I don't have nothing to do with it. But like, I'm like, this is a human being. So of course I'm going to do something about it as a human being to a human being, and send another human being on the ground, like dead, lifeless. Like, of course that would strike something in you, you know? So, that's what initially started it. So, where I am today, honestly, people, the interviews I have gotten, so I did a number of different interviews. Hopefully they out soon. I don't know. But, and I appreciate them listening to my voice, because God, knows that I felt so ignored, and I felt like a whispered conversation. All of that, to have my voice finally listened to right now after almost 7 years of doing this work, it feels so, I don't know. It's fulfilling, and I say focus on the mission, of course, but it's, you know, but people, the question I have gotten the most was how has there been progression, you know? And I would say absolutely, but we are not where we need to be at right now. You know, there has been progression, but we are not close to where we need to be. So, and I say progression in a way that there's a lot of white allies who stand up for us, and like, you know, just giving us their platform and stuff. And like, I've never really saw that happen before, honestly. Like, and I was 13 years old. I really didn't have social media like that. So I was 13. I was just doing activism, you know. And I wasn't like a normal 13-year-old. I knew I wasn't average. I knew I was like above average. So
yeah.
Just the fact that our white allies are stepping up and taking that initiative, like, this is wrong. We're going to stand up and make this right. And we're going to do what we can to uplift these voices and all of that. So the fact that people are standing up now, I mean, it's so incredible. And it's a beautiful thing just to see all this unity together, no matter the status or the economic status or the color you are. Like, we all coming together, because that is so important. That's my end goal. Like, just to come together on a united front, accepting peace as the norm, not the exception. Accepting peace, unity, love as the norm, not the exception. Because there has been a lot of things happening, and I think it's so important to shed light on, you know, Black lives, essentially, because people who say all lives matter, we know all lives matter. I want to make this clear. People who say all lives matter, we know all lives matter. Your life matter. All our lives matter. Well, Black lives supposed to matter, right? But they don't. Society don't seem to realize that, and the system don't seem to realize that. So we have to take a stance, and we have to say that we're here. We are here. We are human. We are Black, but we are human.
Yeah.
We deserve to have a voice. So the fact that, you know, they say all lives matter, and they try to like devalue the Black Lives Matter stance or whatever, it's just, I don't know, it's disheartening, because I'm like, y'all don't get the point. Please. And some people just get the point. They just want to argue, and it's just not, it's not necessary, you know, because the thing is, the only thing is I want to be unified. That's my end goal. I don't want people to be like, oh, this person, I'm better than you, I'm better than you. Nobody's better than anybody. We all deserve the same. We all deserve equality. We all deserve to be level equally. You know, it's not okay to label people like, and I feel like the fact that, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried today. I cried so hard today because the fact that I was just still thinking about, I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting. And I'm not going to give up. But I'm still fighting. And we're still here. You know, after Mike Brown, after Sandra Bland, after Eric Garner, after Alton Sterling, after Philando Castile, and the list goes on. And we're still fighting. I'm still here fighting. And I'm still strong no matter how tired I get. You know, just still, it's sometimes discouraging. It's lonely. It's really lonely. Activism is so lonely. And I felt so lonely today. But I know in my heart, deep down, that there's a lot of people who support, a lot of people who standing with me, who standing in solidarity, who's speaking up, who's saying this is not right, and who wants to create change that we wish to see, and they want to be the change that we wish to see. So, I mean, it's just so empowering to see what the world is becoming now, and also in a sense of also, I want to add to, in a sense of differences I see, progression I see, is the fact that there are a lot of people in different countries who are reaching out to me. How can I help? They're not showing this in the news in my country. They're not really telling us about this. That's all I'm finding out about this is on social media. So the fact that they want to help and they want to take a stance and they're having these protests, whether it's privately or they leading them themselves, they leading them publicly or whatever. Like the UK, they're doing amazing. Just all these places that like China don't really support, but like we support you. I don't represent who I'm like, where I'm from. You know, I don't represent this whole clique. You know, this is me. I stand with you guys. I stand in solidarity, and that's what I love the most because that's what we need to know. That's what we need to know. I mean, I have Black brothers. I fear for my brother's life every single day. It's always a thought in my mind. I could lose my brothers today. I could lose my life by protesting. You know, I could lose my life while being on the streets. I had a white supremacist come up to me with a Confederate flag, and it was not okay. He got in my face recording, and
it's fucking crazy.
I felt so humiliated. Like,
yeah.
Like, who do you think I am? Like, am I not a human being with a heart and feelings to you? Like, you came up recording me, and I got upset about it. But you came, and then we have this narrative that they don't want us to play, this angry Black woman narrative. So like, if you angry, that you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Honestly, so like, why do you stand up for yourself? But when you get too angry, they're like, oh, I knew she was this angry Black woman. But at this point, I have every right to be angry at the system, at this injustices, at the people who are the white supremacists who are furthering this hatred and spewing this hate. And Donald Trump is one of them. To be honest, Donald Trump. I don't support Donald Trump because honestly, since he has gotten office, he has furthered this hate. I mean, people are so bold now, and
it's almost like he kind of enabled it, right?
Yes, exactly. He's making it acceptable, and it's not okay. You know, I feel like we should. I imagine growing up in a world where there was love and unity, and this is not the world that I imagined to grow up in, and this is not the world that I would like my nephews to grow up in, because my nephew's 8 and 6. You know, so the fact that they have to like grow up in this world, and I would risk everything. I would risk my life for my nephews. I would risk my life for future generations to come, because I don't want these generations to come, the new coming of age and all of that, like the generations to come, to experience what I had to do. You know, what I had to experience at 13 years old. I had to fight. I had to take the initiative and stand up, because who else would have stood up? So I had to like compromise and sacrifice my childhood, you know, for change. And who's to say that, you know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for where I am today, and that I can be that voice, you know. And I don't have the biggest platform, but I'm grateful that I can be that voice. At least, you know, just even reach a few people, a couple thousands of people. I'm okay with that, because when I had 800 followers, I was okay with that, because I said this message is so important. I don't care how many followers I have at this point. This message is so important, and they're gonna hear me today, because the fact that this was just happening, and the fact that I had to grow up with that and try and go through all the trauma that I have went through,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's saddening to me. And I look at that girl and I'm like, you deserve so much more, Kenidra. Little old Kenidra, you deserve so much more.
Truly. Kenidra, do you have anything that you could say to anyone here who's eligible to vote in the US that's coming up?
Okay, that's perfect. I'm glad you asked that question. So we can protest all we want. We can protest, y'all. We can protest, and I'm not saying that's bad. It can work in its own way. It's effective in its own way because we make people uncomfortable. I remember we went to the police station. We made them uncomfortable. So in that sense, we can make them uncomfortable, and that's where we want them to be. We want them to be uncomfortable so they can take a step back and evaluate themselves. Like, okay, maybe I need to evaluate myself and see what I'm doing wrong. I'm complicit, and I'm standing back and watching this police brutality and these injustices keep happening to Black people. Okay, but back to your question. The fact that people go out there and vote, and people go out there and protest and they don't vote. And that's what strikes a nerve in me so badly because, you go out there and protest and we won't change, but like we have to be the change that we wish to see. So vote is exactly like vote. If you vote, these people that convict the men who brutalized the police officers and the white supremacists who brutalized Black people and killed them and murdered them. These people make the decisions for us, for you. So it's important to vote. It's important to vote because we have to hold these elected officials accountable. They have to be responsible. They have to care about not just for white people, but they have to care for human life, for all, equality for all. This is what they have to stand for. They cannot they can't be one-sided. Oh, we gonna advocate for this person or this race or this group of people, and we not gonna advocate for Black people. We just gonna keep letting them get slaughtered in the streets. Like, that's not okay. So we have to hold them accountable. And if I'm sorry, somebody got a call. I urge you to vote, please. Like, it's so important to let your voice be heard, because if you want change, like I said, you have to be the change that you wish to see, and you have to use your voice in a good way, and you have to be intentional how you use your voice, and you have to be intentional not to waste your time, because if you go out there and protest, you have to keep that same energy. This is what I love to see, because it's a lot of people out there protesting across the world. There's millions of people protesting and all. So the fact that it's a lot of people in America protesting or whatever, and together it's all like, I feel like it's thousands or millions of people, whatever the case may be, however many numbers that is. I feel like there's so much power in voting. That is your power. If you don't know anything else, that is your power. Vote.
Simple as that.
What'd you say?
I just said, like, because I think a hard part that I've been kind of struggling with is, as a sort of like a white Australian, I want to figure out what the best way I can do to help, and I'm sure that there are a lot of people who follow me who probably feel quite similar in the fact that they're not sure what the best way to help. And I know I was talking to you about, like, amplifying Black voices and making sure that their stories are heard and their experiences are the ones that are heard, because that's what people need to hear, is like what your community has gone through, and as kind of like, for everyone out there who follows me and is white, what is the best way that they can help in your opinion?
So, like you said, one way is amplifying Black voice. And I say that in the sense of, it's also you can also so say if you want to protest or whatever, it's important. This is very vital, and I see this a lot. People they're not mindful of this. Like, white allies or whatever, they're not mindful of this. But this is something I've noticed at the protests, some of the protests. The fact that they speak, but they don't have like Black people speaking outside of them. That is really important. That is so vital. When you go out there and speak, like if you had a protest and it's black people there and the black people standing on this side, like I was just like, I had to ask for them to pass the mic, literally. Like, I'm like, can I speak? Can I speak? So we shouldn't have to ask, like, and I'm not being demanding or anything, but this is like the common sense. You know, we shouldn't have to ask about like passing a mic in a conversation concerning us and black voices and black lives. Like, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But it's important, and we're not trying to leave like nobody out. I mean, everybody voice is so important, and I cannot emphasize that enough. It is so important that everybody is in this together. But the highlight, the light is shining on Black lives right now, because obviously, you know, society is showing us that we don't matter, and we saying we're here and we matter. So what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say, simply put, so when you're at a protest or out or whatever, and you're speaking, make sure you have black people, black activists, or black voices on the side of you, standing in solidarity, because you know what message that sends? That sends a very strong message. Like,
Yeah.
yo, we're standing together. Despite all this hate that is plaguing this nation, we are standing together. We're making this, that is a strong, powerful stance, and I cannot express that enough. Just standing together, it is there's power in togetherness. Like, and people don't understand that. It's power in togetherness, and we cannot be on one accord. We cannot possibly be on one accord if we try to do our own things and be divided. You know, we have to be together on this, because this is an important thing. And one more thing is also, if you donate, but if you can't donate, there's other things you can do. Educate yourself, because I posted something on my page. I posted like 9 books. It was 9 different books that are incredible, that I recommend to people to read about. Educate yourselves, because that is the most the important thing. Alongside amplifying black voices, you have to educate yourself on this. Like, you can hear from black people all you want, and you can get our personal opinions and all of that, but you can also educate yourself on this, like the technical it's the technicalities of it. Like, you can educate yourself on it. And I know some people don't feel comfortable doing that. That's okay. But like, it's some powerful stuff in those books, and then that it represents. And I could honestly say most of those books are accurate. So you can, of course, you can get our personal accounts and our personal stories or whatever. That's okay. But the fact that the books are readily available, and they can be readily available, and they don't cost nothing but a few bucks or whatever, and some of them are free on Google. So I can like send links or whatever y'all need to know. I can send links, but educate yourself. That is very important. You can educate yourself on the history for 100 plus years of oppression. Like, this goes way back, of oppression, suppression, all of that. This goes way back. So you can, it's a lot of knowledge and wisdom that you can that's in those books that you can attain, and you can apply it to your life. You can apply it, and you can spread the knowledge, and you can give others that knowledge, especially the people who say all lives matter, and you know, the people who say, why you saying Black Lives Matter, like all lives matter, and this and that, and just have their own opinions about it. And like, you can say, oh, this is what black people used to go through. You read this yourself, and you will see this is what black people used to go through, and this is what they still go through somewhat. And honestly, if you ask me, what's happening right now is modern day lynchings, because at the same time, it's not, no, they're not actively hanging us, but the fact that you leave a body dead in the street, and then also, rest in peace, David McAtee, rest in peace. They left his body in the street for 12 plus hours. I mean, that is horrible. You just don't like that, you know? Yeah, they like, oh, he's not alive, but it don't matter. He's not alive, but that is just, it's just the human, it's just the human nature. Like, you don't do people like that, you know? You just don't. It's not, I mean, that shows you have no compassion whatsoever for human life. And they argue that he was already dead. So like, they're like, oh, but it doesn't matter. It's a dead, but it don't matter. It don't matter. You just don't do people like that. You just don't. You have to have a heart at some point in your life. You have to have some compassion at some point in your life, because you have to think about his family, his loved ones, people who loved him, people who looked up to him, people who cared about him, all of that. Like, you, and I'm saying this for every black person who have lost their life so viciously to the hatred and the racism in our country, and black people who face injustices every single day. And I also want to say, I am don't forget about Breonna Taylor. Do not forget about her, because she's so important. Her voice is so important. Do not say her name every single day. I'm bringing that up because I'm having a rally for her tomorrow. Her birthday is tomorrow, and I want people to know that. I want to make that aware. People need to know, please don't, we focusing on George Floyd right now. And well, when I say we, I feel like as a collective, but me as personally, as an activist who've been doing this for almost 7 years, I'm focused on everybody who has lost their life. George Floyd, his murder was just so disheartening. How could you do somebody like that? It just is, I don't know. I just can't comprehend it. I don't have the mental capacity to even grasp why somebody would kill somebody like that and just think they can take somebody's life like that. I just don't know. But anyway, so I'm like having a rally for Breonna Taylor, and we gonna remember her. Like, her voice, I mean, her life is not in, her death was not in vain. We gonna do something about this. We're gonna stand up and we're gonna fight for justice for her until those officers get charged, because 22 shots is that's not okay. It's not okay at all. It's never okay. It's never justifiable. Yes, Black people have to protect themselves. They have to feel like they have to protect themselves 24/7. He was in the right to carry a gun. Her boyfriend, Kenneth, he was in the right to carry a gun. If people don't know the story, I'm kind of giving you a brief overview. He was in the right to carry a gun, and he thought somebody was intruding in his house and coming in his house. So of course, what are you gonna do if you have a gun and you saying, "Oh, somebody's coming in my house"? What are you gonna do? You're gonna protect yourself. Black people are always on go mode. They feel like they have to protect themselves, because we do have to protect ourselves. That everything that's happening to us, we have to protect ourselves. We have to be on the go mode every time, and it's a reality. It's sad, but it's our reality. But the fact that I'm glad the charges were dropped against him, because it was getting investigated. They saw that he was just protecting his house. I'm glad they saw that part, and this is not justice because they didn't get charged yet. But that's why I will fight. I will continue to fight for justice, because 22 rounds is not okay. 22 shots fired, that is not okay. Why are you shooting that many times? That is an overkill. That you wanted to kill her. You wanted to do something. And yeah, this said one of the officers were injured. I mean, if somebody was coming into my house and I had a firearm that I was legal to carry or whatever, of course I'm going to protect myself by any means. So by any means necessary. So it's not like I'm gonna kill this police, I'm gonna try to hurt this police officer. They didn't know. So the fact that he lost his girlfriend to this, I mean, it's sad. It's so sad that people, God, I don't even know. Like, these officers, and I want to answer this too. I want to say this too. I mean, people say, do you think all cops are bad? Let me tell you what I really think. Honestly, cops who stand around, don't do anything. They are just as guilty, and they're bad. They're bad people. Cops who are complicit and they stand around, like I said, and watch the injustices happen to Black people every single day, and don't do anything about it. They still go about their job like everything is hunky-dory, and they still just live their life and like we're not facing anything, and I just cannot vibe with that. I can't even respect that. I don't respect, like, I can respect you as a human being, but as a police officer who's supposed to serve and protect, I cannot respect you. I'm sorry, I cannot. I mean, I've had so much trauma in my life due to police officers. I can't even comprehend. I can't even talk about that, like, without just getting upset about it, because it's just, I have so much history behind that, So people who say all cops are not bad, okay, well, change my mind. Prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong that all cops are not bad. Well, because I think all cops are bad, in my opinion. If you stand around and you watch that stuff happen, you are as guilty as charged. Just like the 3 officers watched George Floyd be murdered. They are just as guilty as charged, and they deserve to be charged, and they deserve every possible consequence imaginable. They deserve that, because it's not okay. It's really not okay. Not now or ever. Nothing justifies a Black man being killed like that. Being on the ground like that. And then people who were standing around watching, I know if it was me, and to be fair, it was a Black man who went over there trying to stop it and told the officer to get off of him, and the officer pulled out the mace and told him to get back. And I get that. We all handle stuff in a different way. But if I was there, I know without a doubt in my mind that I would have stood up for him. I would have stood up for him, whether it was me getting tased, mace, I don't care at that point. This is somebody's life. He is fighting to breathe. He is fighting to live. He wants to live his life. He's calling for his deceased mom. He wants to live. So of course, as a human being to human being, I'm going to see him as a human being with a heart who's living and who's breathing. So I'm not going to let him go out like that. You know, what he was risking my life for another person, another human being, so be it. And people wouldn't do that, but I swear on everything I would. I would definitely risk my life for somebody to save somebody else's life. And people might think that's crazy. People might think that's silly. But I've always been a person who fought for humanity, who stood up for humanity, who's always for humanity. You see what my name say, Kenidra4humanity. I've always been for humanity. I mean, I give people hugs, but I say, can I give you a hug? I mean, I'm just that type of person. I'm just that type of person because we all need love. And I started that at a very young age of 2 years old, 3 years old, going around the grocery store. Like, can I give you a hug? Like, stuff like that. I mean, it's just things like that goes a long way with people. You have to be kind. You have to let kindness be your beacon, because or else, I mean, the world will be what it is, and you will be who you are, and it just won't mesh. It just won't mesh because you know, two wrongs don't make a right, honestly. So if you kind, guess what? People don't have a choice but to be kind to you. I mean, you literally have to kill people with kindness because people don't have a choice. They're like, oh, she being kind to me, or he being kind to me. I don't, what? This is kind of off. Like, why is he or she being kind to me? Like, I'm kind of blown away with this. I'm kind of like, this is kind of throwing me off. So of course they're gonna catch on to that. They're gonna like, okay, well, I need to change my actions. They may take a step back and they reevaluate themselves. So it all starts with kindness. It all starts with respecting each other and for our differences, because when we look at skin color and we look at the economic status of people, and we that's how we're separated. That's how we're separated. And I want to be that change and that voice and that leader in the world to bring people together, no matter, despite their color, despite their economic status, despite their past or what they went through, all of that. I want to bring them together on a united front, promoting peace, love, and unity, not as the norm, but the exception. Not as the exception, but as the norm, not the exception. But like, it's so important to realize and respect each other, because I can't really emphasize it enough. It's so important to respect each other, y'all. And I don't know, I feel like the suicide rates will go down. For example, I'm a mental health advocate as well. I feel like the suicide rates, and I'm not saying this will solve it, but I feel the suicide rates will go down drastically if we start treating each other with kindness, if we start checking on each other, if we start like, oh, what do you need? I care about you. All of that. This will go down drastically. And I've studied this stuff. And no, I'm not saying this is the ultimate solution to fixing what the problem, but it's like, this can help. This is a stride towards the goal that we're trying to meet. And I know what goal I'm trying to meet ultimately is unity. So if I don't know what page y'all on, but I hope y'all on the same page. I hope y'all in with that, because I want people to vibe off good energy, because people vibe off your vibe. So I try to lead with kindness every single day. And people like Trump and races, and it kind of brings the out of me. But I try to still lead with kindness and be like, okay, well, I don't want to be like them, because that makes two of us. So I need to be kind. I'm going to be kind, whether they gonna be kind or not. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to treat people with respect, because that shows my character. That shows the bigger person that I am. I think I'm way more mature than Trump, and I mean, I believe I'm way more mature than Trump.
I agree.
If you ask me. But I feel like it's just so important to simply put, it's important to, you know, be respectful of each other, no matter where we come from, no matter what we come from.
Yeah.
No matter, ultimately, that's what it is.
Yeah. I really do hope that that everyone watching this chat, and, you know, everyone who's joined in today to listen to you, I truly hope that if there's anyone out there who doesn't really quite understand, because, you know, there probably are a lot of people who don't understand, and obviously I don't know, I can't comprehend how many people there are and where they are from and the way that they've been raised. But I hope and I pray that everyone watching this today takes something from what Kenidra has to say. And you know, Kenidra, I want you to know that I'm sorry for everything that you've been through, and I know that, you know, there's not really much I can say, but like, I just want you to know I have your back completely. And, you know, like I told you, like, my platform belongs to you and the Black community right now, and anything I can do to help, I just really want you to let me know. And if you ever want to jump back on one of these, or you need me to, like, I don't know, do anything, I'm here for you. And honestly, I hope that everyone watching goes and follows Kenidra and listens to her. And I know that, you know, you were mentioning some books before, and
That's on my page.
yeah, I'm sure that there will be a couple people who go over to your page and ask for those book recommendations and stuff. But honestly, just thank you for doing this, and I hope that people here today are taking something from what you said, because you're a very, very intellectual and emotionally aware person, and I pray to God that people see that, and, you know, and make whatever type of difference I can by giving you the ability to speak to these people who may not have heard what you have to say. So thank you so much for speaking.
Also, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
like, to say whatever for however long. I'm here to listen to you.
People have
and my son.
I don't know if you saw my tweet about do you want to look me in the face when I say this, or like put it?
Yeah,
like,
I do. I do.
Okay. So I want to talk to you face to face real quick. So basically, I put out a tweet about this is what I want to do. This is how people can help direct to me to Black Lives Matter if they're in different countries. So this is what I want to do, and I might need your help on this. So this is why I'm asking. Cool. I was thinking about selling shirts of with my quotes on it, like inspirational, like trying to encourage and inspire like young people to mobilize and vote and just be aware of things that's happening right now, and just inspire them to make a change. You know, I was like thinking about making shirts, but the proceeds would not go to me. They would go to all Black Lives Matter organizations, funds to help legal costs, and funds to help like bail funds, all of that, like everything, all the proceeds. Like I don't matter right now at this point. So I mean, I do matter, but at this point that I don't matter right now. So I was thinking about doing that, and this is a way that people can, and a lot of people responded, like it was a huge response, and so I do need help like with that. And I was just trying to see how that I can go about that. I don't know. We can probably talk personally about that. But I was I just wanted to let people be aware of that. But I was thinking about doing it, and there's a lot of people who are on board. They want a hoodie, they want a shirt, whatever the case may be. They like, can you do it internationally, because we want to donate. The money to them, and it goes directly to the Black Lives Matter or whatever organization, the legal funds, because I saw a legal fundraiser who don't really have enough traction. I want to definitely donate to that, because I know Gamer, he donated, I don't know if you know Ninja, but he donated to like 5K to them, and I was like, yes, that is so great, thank you. That's awesome. Because we do need to like uplift these, we do need to like amplify these funds, all of that, because it's a lot of protesters who are getting locked up for standing up for what they believe in. And I mean, it's going down a little bit, but we don't know when it's gonna spike up again. So we're trying to be cautious, and we're trying to be prepared. So that's my plan. That's what I was thinking about doing, and I want to get this started ASAP, as soon as possible, because I know people are asking across the world, like, how can I help? How can I help? And I want them to leave. I want to leave something positive with them, have something they can wear, have something they can see visually, and also have something so they can feel good about their stuff. They did something. You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it does.
Yeah, no, it does. 100%. And I think that from what I'm gathering is that everyone here would absolutely love to support that. And, you know, we have a non-profit charity, like we do these like gigs a couple of times, but if you could tell me like the best charities that we can donate to, I would love to be able to like rally anyone I can to head over there. And obviously I hope that after this everyone goes to your page and reads all of the stuff that you want to do as well. But definitely that sounds awesome, and you should make sure you tell me when you do it, because I would love to help you in any way that I can.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was thinking about doing it as soon as possible, but I do need help, like with the what you call it, the vendors and stuff like that. I didn't know which way to go, you know. So that's what I was saying. No.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about that probably.
Message me after this, for sure.
Okay. But I thank you so much. I really thank you so much. Maybe you don't feel like you need to be thanked, but I really thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for like lending me this platform real quick and letting me express how like just my thoughts, my feelings, all of that, and like letting people get a feel of who I am and you know my thoughts and what I've done, all of that, and where I've come from and where I am now and all of that. Like it's just so empowering to me.
You deserve it.
Express it enough.
Yeah, no, you deserve to tell the world that you know, on the biggest platform possible. So any like I said, and I keep saying, any way I can help.
Thank you.
Really of course.
Okay, I can text you after I get off of here. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a good rest of your day, and hope everybody lead with kindness, y'all. Lead with kindness. Be kind. Be kind to each other. I love y'all.
For sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go drink some water or something because I've been talking.
Yeah, drink water.
All right, I love y'all.
Thanks
Bye.
for speaking, Kenidra. Thank you so
problem.
much. Bye. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to her. I'm so moved, honestly. Guys, please go and follow her. Please go and send her a message. Please, you know, she's so active and she's replying to all messages and anything that you want to ask her. Please go over there and talk to her and to make her feel supported. And yeah, all right. Thank you guys for watching. Love you all. See you next time. Bye.